We spent weeks preparing a birthday feast for my father, but when my sister arrived empty-handed and was still called the favorite, I quietly recorded every word, and the next day, my father begged me not to share it. I had been planning this birthday for weeks. Every detail, every dish, every decoration was carefully considered. It wasn't just any birthday, it was my father's 70th, a milestone that felt as monumental as it did fragile. As the oldest child, or at least the one who had always taken responsibility seriously, I had taken it upon myself to orchestrate the feast. I wanted it to be perfect, not just a party, but a celebration that conveyed the depth of love and appreciation that I felt for him, despite all the unspoken tension that always lingered in our family gatherings. The kitchen became my sanctuary and battlefield all at once. For 2 weeks, I scoured recipes, balancing flavors and traditions that had been passed down for generations. I made sure to include his favorite dishes: the roast with its golden, crackling skin, the mashed potatoes whipped with cream and butter until they were silky, the green beans sautéed just until tender with garlic. I baked a cake from scratch, painstakingly layering it with rich chocolate ganache and hand-piped frosting, ensuring that the final product would be both beautiful and decadent. Every evening, I stayed in late, washing and chopping, simmering and stirring while the rest of the family lounged or went about their business, as if preparing a birthday feast for my father was somehow my sole responsibility. I wasn't bitter. At least, I tried not to be. I reminded myself that love manifests in many ways. Some people show it through effort, some through words, some through presence, and I was showing it through action. I rehearsed the smile I would wear, the way I would greet him at the door, the subtle gestures that would make the evening warm and memorable. I envisioned the look on his face when he first saw the table, the way he would nod appreciatively, perhaps even shed a quiet tear of gratitude. My heart swelled at the thought, and I worked harder, often into the night, because perfection was my love language. And then she arrived. My sister, who I had long suspected was never quite interested in earning anything, swept in with her usual air of entitlement. She had nothing in her hands, no bottle of wine, no dessert, not even a bouquet of flowers, nothing. And yet, in that instant, it was as though the world tilted. Somehow, she immediately assumed the role of favorite child. My father's eyes lit up as she hugged him, his voice warmer, more effusive than it had been for me in the last 20 minutes of greeting. I tried to swallow the bitter taste rising in my throat, to keep my voice calm, to force a smile that didn't quite reach my eyes. I watched, in silence, as the moment unfolded. She recounted trivialities from her week, the kind of stories that were shallow, but somehow charming when she told them, stories that would have been dismissed if anyone else tried. My father laughed genuinely, the way I had hoped he would when he saw me. And then, when she placed her empty hands on the table in a gesture of modest pride, he called her the good one, his voice soft with affection. Full story on my channel, link below.